Hey everybody, Syntax here. Welcome back to another episode of Dungeons, Dragons, and Space Shuttles on the Patreon server. And a quick little recap of where we left off on the last episode is we were working at XNet, and we had routed power to all of our different machines here. So now all these machines are now working off of XNet cabling, being controlled by our controller over here. And I also, in between episodes, I went ahead and I expanded out and I hooked up all our farms, or all our farming blocks are all hooked up, or not farming blocks, our plant interactors. I also took our 4 million, RF power cell, and I moved it over here down by the water wheels. So if to prove a point, we don't actually have to go down there. We can look right in the controller, and you can see that everything is hooked up and ready to go. So if we scroll down, look, we hooked up the display stands. Scroll down, there's our plant interactors. We even put up our new solar panels, tier 4 guys, considering I did a little bit of progression in between too. Everything is hooked up, so there is our 4, that's our 4 million energy cell right there. That's powering pretty much the base. So it's doing an okay job. I haven't ran into power issues yet, but I'm only generating a couple hundred RF a tick. So we're going to have to really think about some bigger plans as far as for how we can expand our power supply, because we are going to need more power at one point. But what do we work on today? So we pieced one of the puzzle together as far as for XNet is we got power. Now we need to figure out item transport and transporting around using this mod. So I would like to be able to move all these farming goods into my storage drawer system, and I'd also like to be able to turn on and off the farms here using the controller, so I don't have to go down there. So what we can do first is let's get our nice little newly acquired jetpack. And let's head down real quick. We'll just jump off the side right here. And there we go. We don't really need it with our jumping boots, but hey, we want to be fun. Let's go and check each of these farms and make sure that they're set for, it should be set for, there it is, activate on redstone signal. And we'll just go quickly around. Here we go. And that guy is redstone. As you can see here, I'm also starting to construct the the defense wall real quick. So not real quick. It's taking a little bit of time, but I'm gonna get a nice little wall that's gonna kind of outline my base. That is gonna serve a purpose not only to protect me from enemies, but I'm gonna do something kind of cool with it. So here's our solar panel right here. This guy also is set for. There we go. And bingo. Okay, so they are all set to accept the redstone signal. So let's head back upstairs real quick, and I wonder if this guy will go all the way to the top. Here we go. It's a fun little way to go up to our base. There we go. All right, for now we can just take that guy off, and it didn't drain too much power. Only took a little bit of power to do that. So this guy must have a pretty good, life for it. So okay, so let's head into our controller real quick. And let's use channel 8, because let's first take care of turning on the farms, and let's see if this works. Okay, so we'll go to edit channel 8, and we are going to use a logic. We're going to create a logic channel. We're going to go ahead and create one. We're going to name this farms on. Well, we'll just call it switch. Now that is going to be, and you know what, I don't know if can it fit the whole thing. There we go, farms switch. Okay, so let's go down, and I named one of the plant interactors with the ingots right here. So what we'll do is we'll test this out first with just one and see if it works, and then we'll come and we'll turn on the other ones if this works. So okay, so down here, and we're going to come down to this channel right here. Let's make sure we're on the right one. We're going to click here, we're going to create, and we're going to change this right here to output. We're going to output a redstone signal, so we're going to go ahead and change this to 1, and that should be actually all it takes to fire up the farms. So let's see. Let's head down and take a look. Let's see if we can see from here if this farm has been turned on. Did you work? I hear movement. Okay, so there we go. So there, this farm is now running. So cool. So that did work. And for some weird reason, it's not. There we go. Took a second. Okay, I was going to say the range atom we got installed must be hitting this one side over here as well. But there we go. So this farm is working. So let's head back up and let's duplicate that process a couple more times, and we'll see how our power holds up as far as for when all these farms are running. Now, like I'm saying, I'm not going to be running these farms all the time, simply due to the fact I don't want to create too much lag on the server. But whenever we're kind of on, I want to generate a little bit of goods. We'll fire up these farms. So, okay, so let's head back to our planner or to our controller. And I thought we could. Can we copy this connector to the clipboard? Will this work? Let's try it out. So let's go here, paste, there, paste, there, paste, there, paste, and one more. Okay, that's all of them. Let's go see if all the farms are now up and running. Didn't test out if this works or not, but it looks like, it does not look like these farms are up and going. No, they are not turned on. So, okay, so that did not work. Maybe we need to, let's go back up here real quick. 5 seconds. There we go. Let's take a look at each of these guys real quick. So here, oh, you know what? It didn't change the redstone, the numeric value. So we need to change that to 1. We need to change that to 1. We need to change this to 1. That should be the same. 1, and there we go. It would have been kind of nice if I should have checked that before, but okay. Nevertheless, this should now fire up all our farms. So let's take a look real quick. I already see goods that are gone. So, okay, so that seems to be working. There we go. Except for this guy over here. Looks like all the farms except for 1. Oh no, it's going. This takes a little bit of time, but listen to all. That's the sound of farming right there. So, okay. So let's now see if how much power that's actually draining. 2 things I want to check, and let's get rid of this jetpack for now. I want to check to make sure that our power's holding up okay, and the other thing I want to go drop down and say to make sure all this stuff is being inputted into the network correctly. So, okay. So let's look here real fast. And let's look at let's head down here real quick. Let's look at our energy cell real fast. Seems to be doing good on power still. We're not draining. Okay, let's now check. Let's go down. I have a nice little opening down here. We can check to see where everything's connected. So we'll head right here. We should be seeing lots of stuff being put in. There we go. Okay, and it's going to be kind of clogged for a minute until stuff kind of gets caught up. But as you can see, it's pulling items out and it's putting it into the storage door system. So, okay, so that I'm going to call a success. So I'm going to kind of let that stuff kind of go for a little bit as we were working. So that is one piece of the puzzle. So now the next thing I'd like to do is XNet can also, we can have processing and inputting of stuff back into the network. So when I throw my ingots or my ore in here and it gets processed, instead of having this gold chest and moving it manually, we can have it feed out into, maybe we'll just have a temporary chest that kind of gets inputted into all the items, get inputted into the the network. That's maybe a route we'll go. So okay, so let me get everything together, kind of figure out how I'm gonna lay this out. We'll come back, we're gonna put it together, and I'll show you guys kind of what I have in mind. So okay, we'll see you guys in a second. Okay, so here we go. So let's see. The first thing we're going to need to craft is a couple buses from Applied Energistics. I think what we're going to need the import. We're going to want to import things into our network. So there it is. So we're going to need to make an import bus. We're going to need iron ingots, sticky piston, annihilation core, which some flux duct, and another. Okay, so let's grab all this stuff real quick. So we need to get this stuff going. We'll just start crushing this stuff up real quick. There we go. We'll do about 32 of those guys. We're going to need some nether plates. So let's grab 1, 2 of these guys. We are going to also need some electrotine plates. I think we've got those. Okay, let's get these guys cooking up. One more thing, check it out. So on my compactor, I know I've been complaining about the last couple of episodes. I finally went ahead and upgraded, at least just one upgrade. So I put a harden upgrade on it and one speed processing. So as you can see, if we put this stuff in, it goes a little bit faster. Not terribly faster, but a little bit. It's noticeable. So, okay, so let's go back to our bus real quick. Our import bus is going to require, so we need to get 2 of these, so we need 4, and 1 logic processor. So we're going to need some gold, silicon, red alloy. So we're going to need one of these guys as well. We're going to need some silicon. I think I have silicon plates. We're going to need a little bit of gold. As you can see, I've already got 30 essences already, so we're already starting to get a lot better, off on gold, so which is cool. So, okay, so let's grab these guys real fast. We're going to need, how many gold do we need? So we need, just right there, annihilation core. So we're going to need 1 logic processor, so we need 2 gold, only 2 gold, okay. 1, 2, there we go. We need a basic circuit, which I think, do I have any? No, I don't. But what we can do is, since I've got a lot of coin, let's grab one of these guys, save us a little bit of time. We're going to need one more. There we go. Let's grab inside of the quest reward, or the shop. I like the shop, sometimes saves a little bit on time. We'll grab 2 basic control circuits. There we go. Okay, so let's drop this guy into our carpenter block. There we go. Get rid of all this stuff real fast. And we're going to need to get 2 gold plates. There we go. And we're going to also need, for logic processor, we're going to need also... Okay, so that pretty much is all good to go, and actually it goes in here. So, so we need that. Yeah, I think we got everything we need. Okay, so let's head over here real quick. And oh, you know what we do need? We need 1. There we go. Okay. So let's see if we can do this real quick. 1, 2, and then it was 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 silicon plate, and then it was. Let's grab our handy dandy red ollie plate. And then we're going to need 1 logic processor and some glue. So let's grab a cell real fast. And we should have plenty of super glue. Here we go. Alright, so there's our logic processor. Oh, we know we might need a little bit more. Is it 2 glue? Oh, we might be missing something. We're missing the gold. There we go. Missing the gold, and what else are we missing? Red. Inventory need resources. Oh, you know what? We don't have the circuit plates. Okay. It only takes a second. Syntax just has to think about it for a second. Okay, there we go. So that's, while that's cooking up, let's not waste too much time. Let's see. So we are going to make a core, annihilation core. And it's going to require our flux duct, which we got cooking up, and we're going to need 2 electrotine, okay, and 4 silicon. There's that guy. Let's go over here and grab us some dust. We're going to need, I think we're going to need 1 more nether, 2 more nether. Did not grab enough, so we'll grab 1 and 1 more. Here we go. Okay, regular old crafting table. So, you know, it's nice to use a regular old crafting table from time to time. We don't ever get to use them very much. 2 electrotine, 1 logic processor, and then it was, we're gonna need some dust. We'll just take all. All right, 2 dust. Here we go, and then 1 more plate. Should give us our annihilation core. Bingo, and then we're gonna need a sticky piston real quick. And I think we can just do that in here. Let's make a regular old piston first. There we go. And then we can just get any slime. I think this will work right here. And we can just simply just go like this, and there. 1 sticky piston. Just grab 2 iron. 1 and 2. Okay, lots of work for something so simple. Okay, annihilation core. And a sticky piston. There we go. There is our import bus. Very cool. Okay, now do we have any more cable? ME cable. I thought I had a little bit more. Maybe I don't. Oh, I do. Okay, we only need 1. Okay, so let's head downstairs real quick. Let's hook up this, and we need to upgrade these ME cables at some point too as well. So let's take the import bus, throw it right on top of this chest. And then we're going to hook this guy up right there. And it should fire up. There you go. The little light indication right here tells it's working. So if we were to put anything in here, if we put gold in there, it should import it directly into back into our network. So as long as there's space for it to do it, as you can see, it doesn't do it very quickly. But it will import that stuff back into our network. So, okay. So what we're going to do is I've got a bunch of ore right here. And what I would like to do is once we drop something in here and it gets crushed, I would like to have it pull out of our redstone furnace, put it into our little chest over here, and this stuff would be kind of catch it, and it would import into the network as long as we had space. And it would also kind of be a good reminder for me to, if stuff starts stocking up in here, then I need to increase my storage space. So, and that's just kind of a first iteration of it. I know it's not the most complex method of doing it, but I think it'll work for now. So, okay, so let me get all this stuff grounded up, and I'll show you guys how we're going to tell the XNet to pull that stuff out and put it into that net, into the chest down there. Okay, so I'll be back in 1 second. Okay, so here we go. So let's get back into our controller real quick. And one thing nice about XNet is we can be very targeted when we get to, we want to start filtering items. So the first thing we do, let's find our furnace real quick. On our item channel right here, we're going to use channel 2. Our furnace is right here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to extract out on this channel. So we're going to extract, and we're going to set a whitelist. So we're going to extract iron, for example. We're going to do 10. We're going to do osmium, we're going to do vanadium, and we're going to do lithium. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to come to now our chest, which is right, where is our chest? It's right, why am I not seeing? Oh, there it is right there. It's hiding from me. Okay, we're going to do an input on this one right here, but the same thing we're going to do is we're going to continue, we're going to whitelist right here in ingots, osmium, vanadium, and lithium. There we go. Okay, now this stuff should work. So what we should be able to do is if we grab these ingots right here, and if we throw them into our little dump chest right here, what we should see happen is we should see it first drop down into the pulverizer. Oh, you know what? Did I not? Oh, there it goes. Just took a second. Okay, so now it's pulverizing our vanadium, and let's just kind of watch the process happen. It should drop into our furnace. We might need to upgrade this furnace as well. It's a little bit on the slow side still. So maybe if we give it a hardened upgrade, it can speed this up a little bit. But okay, so we're just about ready to transfer it over. We should see this guy cook up real quick, and we should see it extract out of the furnace. Bingo, and it went down, and it should have dropped down into our chest, and it might have already left at this point. As you can see, it's already gone. So, okay. So that tells me if we go, and let's see, the next one that's got cooking up is we got vanadium. How much vanadium do we have right now? So we got 201, and it's getting ready to cook the next one. So we'll check and see if this number is going to move. So we got vanadium, and it should do it real time. And any minute here. There we go, bingo, 202. So, okay, so that works. So like I said, we can be very, very picky on how we route stuff around here. And what was nice about it is we're only using the same cable that provides power is now using it to move items as well. We can even do fluids as well too. So, okay, so cool. So basically all I need to do is just come in here and keep adding to my whitelist of stuff. So, and then I can kind of just keep expanding this out. Now, the good thing is I haven't had to do a lot of mining. Hint, hint, stomp your feet because of mystical agriculture. But eventually I'm going to want to have a massive amount of loot as far as for once we get maybe a miner going. Maybe if we're doing some void mining in the future. And then this process will probably have to be upgraded. But for now, I'm just going to, if I do mining, I dump stuff in here, it should automatically feed it back into our AE network. And that is very, very cool. So, okay, so we are going to, I'm going to stop right here, make a little cut. I'm going to get a game plan for the remainder of the episode as I want to show you guys. I am one step away from tier 3, which is cool because this is now going to be uncharted territory for Syntax. My first playthrough made it right about to this point, so I'm very excited going forward. So let me take a look at what we're at and what we need to do going forward, and then we'll come back and we'll get working on it. So, okay, see you guys in a second. Okay, so with all this good production of stuff that we got going on, inevitably we were going to run into an issue with our storage drawer system, and it's happened right now. So as you can see, I have got this mithril essence right now, and as you can see, I can't put it into the drawer right now. So anytime the farm is sending stuff down, it has nowhere to put it right now, and I don't want it to put it into my drives up in my ME network. So what we can do to eliminate there's a couple ways we can do it. We can upgrade this drawer, and you can use it during storage drawers. The storage drawer mod has ways you can update all the drawers, and if we go here, there is one I'm looking at, and it is where is it at right here? This is if we can increase the size, it's the void miner one, and I want to say it's right here. The void upgrade destroys excess items, so we could technically just install one of these guys, and it will basically just delete anything above and beyond the max, which is the 4,096. So let's head upstairs real quick and let's get this guy crafted up real fast. Shouldn't be no real big issue to make. So if we go and we're going to make a void upgrade, which is going to be right here. The only thing that's kind of crazy is this ender ingot, which is going to be basically just ender pearls and iron. So we're going to need an ender ingot, right here, which is, this should be no issue. And here we go. So let's make 1, 2, 3, 4 of these guys real fast. We're going to need a upgrade case, our template right here, and I think this is everything we need to make the void upgrade. It's going to be in the advanced crafting table, and if we go void upgrade, which is right here, we click this guy in, bingo, we should be able to head back down to our storage drawer setup, go back to the issue drawer, which is right here. And if we install this guy, now the farm should continue to be able to input. And we can test this out too, because if we go back up to the top, right here, is it going to feed into our little chest right here? As you can see, so much stuff coming in. If we drop down this essence right here, it should pick it back up. If we can get it to do it. And bingo, there it goes. So just like I said, it voided that 5, so it can continue on using, you know, the farms. Now I know we could remove the seed, but you know what? Since it's there, I got everything planted what I wanted. That way we don't really have to mess with the farms. It's kind of just that whole set it and forget it kind of thing. So okay, cool. So let's drop all this stuff back into our network real quick. There we go. There we go. There we go. And we'll put this iron ingots away. And we got some casings. I might have to do a little bit more expansion of this in between. As you see, we're completely full of stuff. But what I wanted to do real quickly before we wrap the episode up is I want to unlock tier 3. So as you can see, I've got one thing left to craft, which is this fabricator right here. But wouldn't you know, when I made the rolling machine right here, I had to craft this guy along the way. So we should be able to just pick this guy right back up. Bingo. And we should get a reward for that, an artifact loot bag. So let's drop this guy back down again. And let's just make sure it didn't mess up anything on our, let's see, does it, I don't know if we remove anything. Okay, it still saves it right there, the connector. Cool. So, okay, so let's see what we get. So let's take a look at this. I'm curious about an artifact loot bag. Let's see what kind of luck we've got. And we get, oh, check it out. Wow, a Restonia crystal. Cool. Okay, and then we got a lithium coin, which we'll just transfer that into platinum, and we'll throw that into our network real quick. Okay, so yeah, so let's see what the first thing that we're going to have to do is. We're starting to get into tier 3 quest line. So we're going to have to make a copper solenoid, an electric motor. What is this stuff out of? It's out of nuclear craft. So the copper solenoid is a component used in electric motors. I strongly recommend the process a bit in this chapter, okay, which we've already done. So, okay, so I feel like this is a good point where we're going to wrap up, and when we come back, we're going to get a little bit into tier 3 and see what kind of stuff we're going to make and start progressing through. I'm sure we're going to have tons of stuff in this tier 3 quest line that we're going to need to make. So, okay, so please do me a favor, drop down, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, like the video, and we'll see you guys on the next episode of Dungeons, Dragons, and Space Shuttles on the Patreon server. All right, take care, everybody.